Hey, welcome to Incredible Tiny Homes tonight. All right, this is Saturday, the December 2nd?
Yes.
Yeah, December 2nd, 2017, start date. Okay. Everybody, we are showing tonight, again, we did one, was it Thursday? What, Friday?
Yesterday.
When Ryan's went out, and
Yeah.
we did an off-grid. We showed the panels, we showed the water system. Tonight, we were going to do an entertainment night and we were going to just have fun, but we have a tech night tonight because we do have a homeowner that just got to Seattle and we want to do a video for her installation. Now, we've installed all the solar. This is another home going out tomorrow to North Carolina, and it's an off-grid package, 100% off-grid. We'll be decorating this tomorrow and showing it. We're going to do another video of this one tomorrow for you guys. So you'll see it. Plus we got a workshop tomorrow. We got 2 customers coming in tomorrow night, coming into the bunk room. But tonight I've got Brian and I've got John here, and they're going to explain to Roma, who's a homeowner, and she's went to Seattle, and she's going to have her home delivered. Probably right now it's being delivered and set up. So she needs to install or plug up her panels, and John and Brian are going to explain a little bit about the system and how it works and all the safety issues and things that we have implemented, okay? So I want you guys to kind of put on your thinking hats tonight, and you've met them before on some other videos. So I hope this really helps out. Any questions you got, write them in. So right now we're going to give you a little intro.
Yes, because Travis just said he's putting on his inspector glasses for this video.
All right, Travis. Everybody,
Hey, Travis.
put on your inspector glasses.
That's right.
Travis, you didn't come introduce yourself to me while I was making coffee at the jam.
Did you not meet him?
No, I didn't.
Now, why
introduce
didn't
Travis to you.
Oh, no,
I
Travis.
picked him out of a crowd.
Shame on you, Travis.
I was making
So bad.
coffee. That was about it.
Yeah.
And fighting fires.
That is true.
Fighting fires.
That is true.
Well, this is Brian, this is John, and start step 1. Let's go through and show a little bit of what we do on our solar.
And name the parts, whatever it is you're looking at.
Brian's yawning. We're all tired here. It's late.
Sorry.
They're all sick.
So on the solar panels, of course, most of them have the legs on them already. This one we hadn't assembled the legs, so you'd want to pull out the legs and lay them out in the yard. They go side by side, at least 2 of them together, because we're doing 5 strings of 2. So what you'll want to do, and it doesn't really matter which way you do this, but if you have 2 panels side by side, each one of our kits come with a little 3-foot lead, and you'll just
Have to put that right on there.
I am.
snap it on here,
Okay.
and it snaps in. And what's really cool, if you're going to the other panel, they only have a male and a female on each one. So when you go to the other panel, it will only go into female, and that will leave you a female on one panel and theoretically a male on the other panel.
So there's no way to hook it up wrong.
Right. As long as you're hooking 2 together, you'll use this to go in between, and you'll have 2 different plugs. Now, on those 2 different plugs, they will connect onto here. Now, the same set of 2 has to go in the same line.
So let's say those 2 are together, then you'll end up with 2 lines just like that.
And
right?
they would literally go like this.
So you can't get that one on that. You can't switch them around.
Right. There's no way to make them plug.
Okay.
They will only plug into one
You'll
way.
only plug into those.
That's for Amanda because she would try to plug it.
I would not be doing it.
And what we did, we included 7 of these.
Okay.
So what we got is 5 sets of 2. So 5 of them go for connecting the sets of 2. The other 2 will be your first set, because this combiner box will be by your 2 initial panels.
Oh, that's what Mark just said, combiner box. Hey, Mark.
And then we got an 8-foot and an 8-foot. That way you can go out on either side and set up 2 more sets of panels. And then we got 2 16-foot, so you can go this past those. That way you can kind of make you a ring, or you can do them all in a line. It's just however works best with the piece of property you got. And then after we got that set up, we have our 2 main lines, and they'll go directly underneath where the inverter is on the house. I don't know if you can get a good
Yeah.
view of that, Amanda, but they're right down where Brian's shining the light.
Okay.
Right here, Amanda.
Right there?
Yeah, these right here.
Uh-huh.
And it's
I
got the
see it.
same type of connection.
See, it's got, this won't go into this.
Okay.
It only has to go into here. So you'll take this one, and it's really color coded too, red to red, black to black.
I see.
So that would plug in there. The other one would plug into there. That's what she has to do.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then the other lead here on the combiner box. This one you would want to put on a grounding rod with a grounding clamp.
Now, what's a grounding rod?
It's basically
Does she know what that is?
yeah,
Roll
it's
your eyes, John. Just roll your eyes.
basically a copper rod that you pound in the ground. That way, if lightning hits, it has somewhere to go instead of going to the house.
Oh, well, if it ain't at the dollar store, I don't know what it is. I'm just saying.
And grab you some green tape and tape that wire green.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Now, what does that
that-
explain what you just said? What does that mean?
That's just a number 6 THHN wire. So
That one?
basically, yes, that red wire.
Okay.
It's going to be green. We had so much red left over from something
Okay.
else. So we're going to actually tape it green, and I think we might have forgotten on Roma's.
Now, why would you tape it green?
Because green indicates a ground.
Oh,
Grass.
Yeah,
Right on
green,
grass.
put it on the grass because it's
You
green.
still got that roll in your desk?
I do. I have a roll of green tape, so we can tape that green.
okay. As long as everybody else
Back over here, man.
understands.
Back over here.
Oh, okay.
Now on the inside of your box, you got your surge protector here, and that's where the ground connects. That's if these turn red, then the surge protector's been shot, and
So
it'll
that's
need to
red's
be
bad.
right.
Oh,
This is your breaker to send power from the solar panels to the inverter, and it's just a simple breaker that would have power going if it was daylight.
okay.
Each one of your strings has a fuse,
Oh,
and you just have to replace the fuse if one of the panels ever had too much power and it tripped it.
where do you get that at?
You can find them online. We could order them. It's just a basic fuse.
So they need to get some as backups, don't they?
They at least got one because we got one extra set of strings.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And basically just combines everything and sends it down the one set of leads to the inverter.
Oh my God, Tony Ray said, we'll have Amanda do a test later.
Look, Amanda, install it all.
Not have Amanda install it. That would be awful.
We ought to do
Oh.
that, really.
Yeah, we will.
Oh,
We're
that's-
going to install everything.
That would be the dummies of
That's why
tiny
show
homes.
everybody how easy it is.
That's right.
Because I know nothing.
Now,
Was that it?
this combiner box is
Okay.
waterproof, right?
Right.
Okay.
So we can take 4 foot of snow over top of it.
Huh? What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say? 100 foot?
He can be covered with
4?
snow.
I thought you said 100 foot.
He can be covered with snow and rain. But what John was saying is, when you got all your panels out there, you just kind of lay it underneath the panel.
This is all beyond me.
Oh my goodness! What I like about it is, if your panels can be, let's say 50 feet away from the house, so if your house is
That's
in the
actually
shade.
how long the leads are.
Yeah. So
Okay.
your house can be in the shade, your panels can be in the sun. The only thing on the ground is these 2 cables, right? So if you're going to be there stationary for a while, you could actually just dig a ditch, right? Put a little conduit in the ground and put a conduit piece of pipe, put them through it so you don't see any pipe from
Can
the house to
this
there.
can this box go in a box?
I could put you in a box.
It doesn't need to go in a box. I
You
mean,
don't have to go in a box.
It's got little mounts on the back if you want to stick it on a little pole.
Well, can
It's
a
weatherproof.
Can a stranger come by and just turn you off?
Yes.
Stranger could come by and just steal you away.
Steal your key.
Keep the key. and
A stranger could steal anything.
No, well, I'm just saying you're in there, with your lights on. They're going to come turn you off. What's a good question?
maybe they'll cut both.
If you have angry neighbors, yes.
If you have angry neighbors, Brian.
That's why you carry a gun.
Don't make your.
Oh, so now we're promoting guns. Okay. So you have to you get a gun with the solar system.
Love
Is
thy
that
neighbor and you won't have that
Okay.
problem.
Well, all right. Well, this is
Okay.
This is
Yes,
very-
we can run off with it, and you can be there in the dark, Amanda.
so everybody, you get a gun with your solar system.
Run off with your combiner box.
So
I don't know anything about all
build
this.
a doghouse and stick it in the doghouse and close it up.
Lock
Oh,
it.
that's a good idea.
Lock it. But then they could take an axe and just cut the wires.
But then where does the dog go?
In the house.
Of course.
Of course, everybody's dogs
Everybody's
in the house.
dogs in the house, sleeping in a bed.
Dear God, we never put a dog outside anymore.
No. Okay.
Yeah, oh, that's bad PR. Okay.
Yeah, Leslie said, why wouldn't you want to cover it in a box? Yeah.
Exactly,
Well, see,
Leslie.
Leslie, that's what I was thinking. Why wouldn't you want to cover it? That's
Well, this is already weatherproof. Everything's weatherproof.
so none of this can pop out, like pull out.
No, it's
No, they all lock and go.
They lock and go.
Yep.
Well, I would want a pretty box.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Spray
So-
paint.
yeah. I say if they request it for an upgrade, we'll paint it whatever color they
Oh, there
want.
you go. Can you run through it just really quick one more time, just from here to where it went?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So what was this?
I tell you what, John. Do we have another? This goes on to there.
They're
right?
crazy. I don't know what none of this means.
We don't have our solar panels set up. We've got them in the field ready to hook this one up in the morning.
Yes. Right.
So this is an example of one out in the field, but we don't have our legs on it. We already have legs on the ones
Yeah.
out there. So we'll have short ones here.
Okay.
If this is the bottom, well, let's say this is the top, we'd have longer legs here, short ones there. So the panel's on an angle, right, John?
Right.
So the panels are on an angle. In the wintertime, of course, it's steeper because the sun is lower in the horizon.
Okay. Okay.
And in the summer, it's less of an angle. So when we set them up, when Roma right now gets up there in Seattle, she's going to line all of her panels up.
Okay.
And 2 of them are going to be hooked together. 2, 2, 2. And you got 10 of them. So you got
5 strings of 2.
5
Yeah.
strings of 2. So then he's taking out, every one of them has to have those little 3
And every one of them has these
it
wires
makes it a
too.
little more convenient because the odds of you getting them smacked perfect
Yeah.
together are real
This
slim.
is just an extension, okay?
Okay.
This is just a little extension.
And these wires are on every one of the panels.
Every panel has these wires, these 2 here.
Okay.
John got these 2 extensions. We made these up in the shop.
Oh, so
right?
it'd be longer.
Because you've got 2 of them, you may not want them smashed together. You might want them separated a little bit.
I
so
see.
it gives you a little bit of room.
Okay.
It's the same end as on here.
If you don't need it, don't use it.
Okay.
So we just furnish these with the
Okay. Oh,
panels.
well, good.
So now she's cooked 2 of them together.
Yes.
Then here you go, John.
All right.
Show
She's
them
put them
again.
together.
Then we've got this combiner box
Then you
just
got your
sitting
box.
outside. It can pour and rain right now. It could be flooding in a hurricane.
rain.
I
She
can be
ain't gonna
holding
get
it.
shocked
Nothing's
or
good to go.
nothing.
Everything's
Nothing
fine.
shocks you.
Nothing.
Okay. Won't fit anywhere else but in there.
Yep.
Okay.
And that one fits in there, and that one fits in there. You just want to keep them in line. You don't want to put this one over there and this one over here.
So if you have 2 right here, 2 would go here. Then the next 2 over there by Brian would go in here.
Okay. The 2 that's side by side go
Yeah, you keep
like
them
on
all
top of each
straight up and down.
other. Okay.
And see, it's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then what's the other 2 for?
What's the other 2?
Yeah, 2 more panels.
Just extras. You could have
Right.
12. Up to
Right.
12 panels.
Oh,
It's-
okay,
It's
good.
harder to find a 5 string than it is a 6 string,
Yeah, yeah.
unless you're doing bass guitars.
Got it. And that's so you
Okay,
just
so it's hooked
it's just
up.
plug.
And then it was just take it over here,
Underneath there,
and
same
then it was
thing. Plug
underneath
up.
and plug back up underneath.
Same. I mean,
Show that
underneath-
again.
Yeah,
Okay.
right there, and it just plugs up right there. Yep. And that's it.
And that's it. Plug them here, plug them there. Now we'll go inside and show you how this works. in there.
Okay. So once you plug everything up, what do you do in here?
Yeah. All right.
Do I go on this side?
John?
Okay,
Hey, John.
so we have our battery
Okay, yes.
and we have our inverter.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, we've started using this disconnect down here for the battery. Roma's and Ashley's, they're a little bit more like this on the battery. It's just a different style, and it works a little better with the cables we got. So we're going to swap to this one.
These are breakers, right? It's just
Right.
kind of a breaker.
So basically, on this one, you just flick it like that, and that
Oh, wait a
turns
minute.
it
What'd
on.
you do? You flipped what?
Well, that's
Oh,
how
just
you
push that
undo it.
button.
You just slide that up, and
Oh, okay.
the battery's got power going up here.
So it's after you plug it up, then you come and click that.
Now,
Right.
Amanda, see the wire? See the red wire where John's leaning against?
Yes.
Okay. That's the battery wire. It goes through that little switch.
Okay.
It's like
yeah.
a light switch, and it turns it on here, and it runs
turns
right into
on
there.
there. Oh, okay.
So you have to turn it on. So Roma now Roma won't have that.
She'll have a breaker.
She'll have a breaker like
Like a-
this one, John.
Yeah, it's
It'd be
very
like this
similar
one
to
here,
that.
Amanda.
Oh,
so
she'll have
Roma
that.
will have one of these down there. She just needs to turn that on.
Just turn it on.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, while Randy's got his hand on this one, this is the disconnect for your incoming power. So that's like if you're on the grid, it's your grid connection going to the city power.
Okay.
So you want to leave that off, John?
Yeah, generally you just have it off.
Have it off when you're using solar, right?
Right.
Okay.
If you're hooked up and you're wanting to have power go back, you can leave it on, but most of the time, most of your solar or power companies don't pay for power coming back unless you do buku, so
Yeah.
it's not enough to fool with.
All right.
Now,
Next thing.
once we got our battery turned on,
Yeah.
all we have
Battery's
to
on.
do is hit this power switch right here.
Ooh. Okay.
Inverter comes on.
Welcome to use inverter communicating. Oh wow. Okay.
And then on this side over
One
here,
right there. Yeah, there you go.
you got your two lines coming up from solar panels.
Yes.
And it's the second from the end switch here. You would turn that on,
For your solar panels?
and that would let your voltage from the panels come in.
Okay.
And then all the way over here, this second one is your actual inverter turning on. So once you flick this one, you'll hear the inverter turn on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now we have 240 in the house. And that's pretty much all there is to firing it up initially. At this point, you'd make sure the breakers in the main breaker box for the house are on.
So this.
We check under just like a regular home that you live in.
Okay.
You come in here and turn all your breakers on, whatever you'd like to have on.
So put them
You know?
all on.
Put them all on, yeah. And this is really simple because this is like a regular home.
Okay.
Yep.
What's this?
This is a switch we have a fan inside that when it gets hot in here, this builds up heat in the summer. This is an exhaust fan, and it blows out air.
Oh, so you don't need it on all the time. There it is. Okay.
You just turn that fan on, it sucks all the air, the heat out of the system in the summer.
Now, why do you have plugs in here?
That's for the hot water heater here.
Oh, okay. So it plugs
You
up
always
there.
put a plug if you need to work inside.
Oh,
the
because
box.
there's the hot water heaters in here too.
Yes.
Tankless gas. Okay.
Now,
Well,
oh
that
yeah,
is hard as
John.
what I thought.
People were concerned about the lithium, concerned about building up heat in a fire hazard, and so John will show you what's
Oh, and
going
Christine said real quick, does the box need to be kept warm to keep your system running?
on. John.
Does the box need to, the box on the ground, is that what she means?
No, neither one of them need to be kept warm on the power. Because
Okay.
the power is going to generate its own heat.
Okay.
If you try to insulate it or anything, it's going to overheat, and that's a problem.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good question, Christine.
That's why it's got all the ventilation, and that's why we got that extra room up above it in the box. If you look on the inside,
Right here, see the room above the box? That's for ventilation.
Oh, yes. But
so it's got a fan right here that sucks it in, and it's got a fan right
I
up
see the
top
fan.
that blows it out. That way it goes straight over all the heat sinks in here to keep it cool.
yeah.
So cooler is better. You'll be more efficient the cooler it is.
Okay, that's
So
a good
this
question.
will run in sub-zero weather, right?
Right.
And here's no problem with that.
And the nice thing about it, it'll also keep all the water pipes in the box a little bit warmer too for the tankless, because it's going to be generating heat all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, oh yeah, and then just explain right here. You can show it in here, Amanda. I want John to explain the battery. There's a safety mechanism that keeps it from. Yeah.
On the battery, it has a overcharge, an undercharge, an overvoltage, an undervoltage, and an over temperature disconnect built into it.
Oh, okay.
And what that basically means, if anything trips it, even if you cross the two wires and directly touch it, it will trip a safety in it. and you'll have to charge the battery before it will untrip the safety.
Oh.
That way, if something goes wrong, it just stops and doesn't do anything until you charge it, and then it'll reset.
So it's safe.
So if it gets super hot from charging like a cell phone does, and it gets dangerously hot, it just cuts itself off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Now, what we're wanting to do in our units as an additional, we put one on, and we've ordered more fire suppressants, and it's a canister, and we're putting them inside here. So they have a fire suppressant canister that will come in here if something was to happen in here also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jennifer said, "Hey Jennifer, so what about in the summer when it's like 100 degrees outside?
That's what the ventilation fans,
That's what the fans are for."
Yeah.
just to keep blowing air out.
Okay.
There's little pinholes in the bottom so it could have ventilation come through.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That's not as bad as what I thought. It's just a bunch of plugging up.
It's really simple. You plug there. You cannot.
You
get
can't
'em
plug it wrong.
Nope. You just keep
As
the
long
two
as you do
together.
everything in sets of twos, there's not a way of wiring them backwards. As long as you remember, just do two. If you do three or anything like that, it starts getting crazy.
Yeah.
Out of the combiner box, you just got a black and red straight underneath there. Come in here, flick your switches, you're done. You're ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's simpler than what I thought.
Yeah. The only thing is, when there comes time to troubleshooting certain things, why it's not working or what happened, and that's what we're going to try to draw up with probably a what do you call
Like
it?
a manual.
Yeah, something. And we'll do more videos that maybe we can have a video that people can go to as self-help.
And possibly, is it the biggest thing would be the fuses? Would that be the biggest maintenance?
As far as on the combiner box, if something was to happen, fuses. But I mean, that's all you can really change, other than the kind of the lightning protector there.
Yeah.
Other than that, all the disconnects are just a regular breaker or disconnect, so it would be no different than a household power box.
Now, Melinda said it can be switched to on-grid as well.
Yeah.
There's a switch for that too. It's the one over here to the left.
Okay.
Now, the way this inverter works, it has a safety in it. You still have to have the battery to have it come on. So as long as the battery's connected, you flick that and then the grid will be working.
So you unflick the other two and then flick that one, or all of them?
You can leave them on because anything extra the panels do will go back to the grid.
Oh.
But it'll pretty much, as long as the battery's charged, you could flick it on and then it'll stay on the grid if you want it to.
So you don't really have to worry about the solar panels being on, everything, just turn
Right.
it on and go, huh?
Right.
But
Okay.
you have to flick this, you got to turn this on, right, John?
Right. You have to turn on
This
that.
right here is actually what turns on the electricity coming in from the grid.
Do you turn this one on first?
So you got to turn this on,
And
Let me
then,
see.
and then turn these on, right?
Yeah.
Turn that on and then turn that last one on.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And what's this one over here,
Yeah,
John?
that's not.
That one's a cool idea. That's a good thing you asked about that one. The one all the way over there.
Point to it, Randy.
This
Yes,
one is not
that
turned
one
on.
right there.
That one is to supply a 48 volt power to the house. So,
does that mean?
like, if you wanted a tank water heater instead of the tankless, we can get a 48 volt element. And what that will do, that will heat the water with the bleed off energy from the system. So
I
let's say
love
the battery's fully charged and you still got the panels going.
Okay.
All your extra energy is going to go straight to that water and heat that water up, instead of this being lost because everything's not saving it anymore.
Yeah. Battery's full. So and there's more energy coming in off your solar panels because you're gone to work or something. So what'll happen is it goes to your water heater, and just so you get free hot water. And
that's the best way of looking
see,
at it.
me personally, I think if I was off grid, what I want to do when I get mine off grid is I don't want the tankless. Now, I'll run out of hot water because I got a tank. but I don't have to have a propane out here. And I just don't like propane. I would rather have everything off solar, you know. And then when I heat inside, either I'd heat off my electric because it's got such a big battery, or I would like doing the little cartridge canisters of, you know, of energy there, you know, with the, what do they call them? The solid fuel canisters.
Like Sterno?
Yeah, you just light them, boom, cook, done, turn them off. That's, to me, that's personally how I'd like to do it.
Just put a circulation pump and radiant heating and use the 48 volt element and just let it cycle the house.
Yeah, and then you could have radiant floor heat with the water heater of the solar heating your house.
Which we had somebody make a suggestion of that. Remember Daniel from that was in Ecuador and he went to Arkansas.
Yeah, Daniel,
And
yeah,
he made a suggestion of with it being such a small space to do radiant floor heating.
Wait,
He suggested it.
well, that radiant floor that you found,
And the one that we got in the supply room.
that's electric, right?
It's 110, but you could do the PEX ones just as easy.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of expensive a little bit because you got to run your piping in the floor, and the wood and the materials you use is a little bit more expensive. So it is a little bit.
Is
of
it
a-
something you would do though if somebody wants to pay
Oh
the
my gosh,
extra?
yeah.
Okay.
Or
Because he said
custom-made.
that's something that he would change. It's the only thing that he would change
Because his floor is cold.
because his floor is cold.
Did he underpin his house, like keep the wind from blowing?
It looked like he did. He said he took pictures. I'm not sure. I'd have to
Okay.
look again and ask him.
I'm curious of that. 'cause-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. And Rose wants to know, will the solar produce enough power for AC in the summer?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what it's all about. This one's not
It's
on
having
this
enough.
unit, but that's what it's all about, is producing AC and heat out of
Okay.
that mini split. That's what this unit was designed to do, was to do all your AC needs with that mini split.
And Jennifer is kind of like me. She said, I don't understand why you need a battery for on-grid, though that's confusing to me still.
The inverter is designed for off-grid, but it has a grid tie-in unit. It just has to have the battery to activate the unit.
Oh, okay.
So it's just the way the inverter's designed.
Just the way it works.
And like I say, it's set up to charge where it can feed back to the grid, but it still has to have that battery to initialize the inverter. That's the only thing.
Okay. And then Michelle said, since you said the battery is like a giant cell phone battery, is it possible to overcharge it? And that's where you were talking about that it had a cutoff.
It does have a overcharge and an undercharge and a over voltage and under voltage protection. That way it's not going to go out of specs without it shutting off.
Okay, cool. Okay. Good deal. Awesome.
Sorry, I'm over here yawning.
Brian is yawning. That's awesome. Everybody's super interested in it. Yeah, Rose said, super, I'm sold on it. Good, Rose. Awesome. And Sam's watching.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
How's it
Sam
going,
just
Sam?
hopped on. Sam's on there. He just hopped on.
Oh, good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really simple. Hey, I got a question on the little fuses in the combiner box.
Uh-huh.
And you said they operate each panel,
Each string.
each string. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how would you know a fuse blowed, and how do you know if the panel's like not working and it did that?
The bad thing is you're going to have the same amount of voltage, because if you were to take a multimeter, you would have the same amount of voltage going across them.
Oh.
The way you would know is to test each one of the insides and see which one doesn't have any voltage.
So if Amanda's sitting in the living room, she's not really going to know when a panel's
Right.
bad, is she?
Right.
So if she says like it's charging all the time, everything's good, and she finds out she's running out of power or the battery's not charging as much,
If things start
troubleshooting,
dropping down, that would be the time to check.
then you have to just troubleshoot, right?
Right.
Is that so? That's something that maybe we should get a voltmeter and show people how to use it. And
We can handle that.
so somebody who buys a unit, this system, needs to get a voltmeter to be able to test it. Now there's no printout or readout or anything like to show that, is there? On it?
Not that we have, but it's not like we can't make some.
Yeah.
But if we were to look inside,
Your menu? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
what you'd end up doing, you'd have to put the negative on the voltmeter right here, and then just test each one of these.
Oh, I see.
And
Except for the
see-
one that you don't have hooked up, basically.
Where
So,
do you get a reader at?
you can get them at any hardware store, any electrical outlet.
Is it what Tom
Sewer
was sticking
simple.
in the plug?
Is that the one you got?
Where he was
You got
sticking in the
yours
plug?
handy?
They've got one here.
Had the little prongs.
Let me hold that for you. Yeah.
Oh
this
yeah, I
is-
seen Tom using that.
Yeah, so you just put, let's open that up one more time. So you'd put, one lead here.
Right there.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then you just check these
Check
by
each
touching.
one.
Yep. And what, so on your meter, it would say right here, right? It would print
Right.
out,
Right.
and they would be looking for what?
Well, you have where you got two of them together. You're going to have probably anywhere from 50 to 80 volts on it, depending on the sunlight.
So like, Brian shows
All right.
volts.
Go to volts, and if yours
See the
is
volts, the V for
and
volts?
if yours is a multimeter, you would just change it over to DC.
Where's show DC at?
It's got the straight line with the dotted line underneath it instead of the up and down
Right
line.
there. Right there.
Okay.
See this one right here?
Oh,
See
see
that-
the squiggly line?
What's the squiggly
That
mean?
means AC. You mean you're on grid.
Alternating current. Yeah.
Okay.
Alternating current. You hit that.
You
Now
get-
it's straight line, which is DC.
Okay.
So then you can come out and kind of check your system, right? So you could put your lead here, and that's the negative, right? You said.
Right.
Now, how do we know it's negative,
But
John?
it's got the black.
Oh, the
And
black.
And it says negative on this side to make it easy.
DC out. Where does it say
DC
negative?
negative.
Oh, negative. That little negative right
Yep,
there.
there's a little.
Oh,
And there's
that ain't
the
a
positive.
dash. Oh, okay.
That's not
I
a
see.
dash, Amanda. That's a
Oh.
negative.
I was like, wait, don't say negative. Okay.
And so I'm going to go in here to this.
Lord,
That's
hurry,
a
blood's
negative.
rushing to my head.
And these are all positive. So, look at that.
What do you do?
Oh, it did something right. Well, it can't because there's no power
I
on
think
the-
it's my cell phone.
It is.
Here we go. See, so you can check everyone. So if I checked it on here and it said 0, like that reading right there, Amanda, over here on the meter,
Oh,
that means we got a blowed fuse.
Correct.
okay. Oh, look, there it is. It just went to 40 something.
That's because it felt my heartbeat. And then here, so it's 0. That means you got a blowed fuse. You're going to come in here, right? Take it out and get you a new fuse
Okay.
and put it in.
All right.
So it'd kind of be good to check your system
would.
every once in a while, wouldn't it, John?
It would not be a bad idea.
Wow, what a tech night, huh?
Lord, I'd stand up. I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
Whew,
So
that's neat.
there's a lot to learn.
That's not as complicated as what I was thinking.
No, it's really not. Cool. Anything else we need to share that might help somebody?
Was that everything that Roman needs to hook up with? Is that everything?
Yeah, that's. Roman ought to be fine. She can watch this right here, watch the switches to turn on, and plug it up.
Okay.
Okay. Well, good.
Good. That was a good. I know it wasn't supposed to be tech night, but that really worked out.
Yeah, it did really well.
Just what everybody's been working on all day. So
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Anything else? We're good?
all hearts and minds clear.
Okay. I want to introduce, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go introduce him to Lucas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll be right back.
Brian, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
John, thank you.
Anytime.
All right.
Your step. Cool. I want everybody, we've had Lucas on before, and Lucas used to work for himself as a solar install for us. Not for us, he did it on his own. We hired him. And actually, this is why I came up with this system.
Yeah.
He used to do these systems, and you've heard me talk about him. He used to do the systems. And what he came up with was just, he put as much power and stuff that he had, but it was the supplies that he could get. So I told John, I said, Lucas used to do these for us, but it wasn't enough electricity.
Right.
So when John came on, he did enough research to find out, hey, we can get these lithium batteries from overseas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get these inverters from overseas. So when we bought quantity, we were able to give you all this big, massive system that can run your AC and your heat
Mm-hmm.
for the same price Lucas used to do, but Lucas was buying on his own. But now that we got this leverage to purchase, anyway, it's a bigger system. Well,
Yeah.
now Lucas, things have changed in his life, and we've had the opportunity because we've stayed contacted and stuff. He's actually coming now to work with us.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's done off grid, he's done solar, and
He's
learned
traveled
it
everywhere and
throughout the
done
years.
off-grid.
He's traveled the United States and
Yeah.
some parts out of the country doing solar. But now he's going to implement the bigger stuff that we have, right? Plus what he knows. And so I think it's a great marriage between the two of us.
like a win.
Win.
Yeah, and so he doesn't want to travel anymore. He doesn't want to run all over the United States installing these systems. So he's got a place here at home, and we're inside. So really what I want Lucas to do is to be a little bit, to take all this off John, right?
Yes.
Because John got it going, but Lord, we got so much inventory.
So
homes
much
coming
to
in.
do. Yes.
We got a great system starting here. We got tremendous amount of people, as you met. These guys here are awesome. Brian is he's a licensed electrician.
Yes.
Okay. As you know, John he's well knowledge and versed in.
He can do anything.
He can build a transmission. He can build a computer. He helps us with our website.
Yes.
He helps us with all this
He
stuff down
cooks.
here. He
He
cooks.
bakes bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got awesome people working here, and I just want to keep it going, And so Lucas is able to come. He works during the day at certain, at retail. So he wants to come here and work in the mornings and evenings, because we're going to get with his schedule. So we just negotiated his salary and everything.
And just think about it. It's Saturday night, and 3 major guys are working tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are excited about this company, not just me. And I try to give off this. I'm truthful about this, what I'm doing, where I'm at, where the money, and how we're doing, where we're going, what we want to be. And so I allow people to be a part of this. And as I grow, everybody here will benefit from our company growing. That's just how I am, and I hope that it's getting across, and I think it is.
Yeah.
By having these guys got good super talent, they're able to come here and let it out.
And this solar and water has not been super easy going. You had
No.
it all. You guys
It's
had
been
it
a
all.
mess.
Yeah.
To say the least.
To
It's
say
been-
the least.
We've had some absolute nightmares, and
Yes.
we've had like the girls down at the community. The water is froze. The pumps have been damaged. We had a pump that went out that actually came from the factory. It had metal shavings in it.
Yeah, and it was bad.
It was just installed a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course, we come out mad and screaming and throwing and shooting people and everything. When we
Stop,
can't,
nobody
air's
was
wet,
shooting
backed up in
anybody.
the tank and everything.
Stop
Goldfish
it.
swimming. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, but the girls have really been patient. I mean,
Yes.
aggravating, I
Right.
understand. Well, I totally understand. They've
Exactly.
been totally just really good.
But the thing that I admire the most about you guys is that nobody's left them alone. They've been there with them during the mess. I mean, John was over there today. I was over there working and stuff, doing other things, with decorating and stuff. And John was there 2 or 3 times today. And you guys were there. You were there, and they were there. So
yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Well, think about this. Roman's traveling to Seattle from here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, she calls me up and says, I'm almost home. I need to know about my solar. Can you send me a video? I mean, it's Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's 7, 8 o'clock.
We've worked all.
I'm so glad that we're here to
Yes.
do that. But I take on a responsibility
Yes.
because, we should have had a video already done. We should have
Mm-hmm.
had a manual already done, and I agree. So I feel like, I got to get her this video tonight, which was
Mm-hmm. Right.
for her. It's not that we didn't think about doing it, but we have been chasing
Slammed.
our tail
Yes.
every single day. Tomorrow's just another day, just like was today.
It really is.
We're chasing our tail. We are going to get over this hump because there's this big backlog.
We're
of
so
humps.
close. We're so close to getting
As soon
through
as it gets up, and
Yeah.
then we got things systematically in place with these great people that are working here.
Yes,
It's going to be like clockwork.
it is. It's really going to go smooth. So,
So this is just
and
part
it's
of,
closer than what it was.
it's part of a growing business.
Yes,
And
correct.
listen, I get frustrated.
Yes.
Everybody gets frustrated. We do lose our temper. We do get mad. We do get sad. But
We
we
all
help
do.
each other get over it. And guys are we all help each other. Just
That's
trying
right.
to laugh and try to, and try to see on the other side of the hill. And also, I want to shout out to Mark down in Atlanta.
Mark's on here.
Hey, Mark. I just
Wonderful guy.
I don't want to say whatever happened with the donated build down in Atlanta. That was the greatest thing that come out of it was get to know Mark. Mark has been a great asset already
Yes.
over the phone, consultation with John, just talking to him. And Mark is just an absolute professional.
And he's a caring guy. He
Yeah.
really cares. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
he called me with some real good advice, and I heed to advice. I am absolutely, if there's anybody that will heed to advice, it's me, because I
Yes.
am totally need help all the time, you know, and things. Now, I know how to build homes, and I know how to build, and I know how to work, and I know how to put things together, you know, but when I see somebody that I think I can admire, and I want to grab from that. Now, I've got tons of people sending me advice that I don't need to hear, you know,
True.
but that's fine. I just filter through it, and I appreciate it.
That's right.
You know, but when somebody sees it, I'm not one not to absorb this. So thanks, Mark,
Yeah.
for that. And I guess maybe should I say anything about the Atlanta?
Yeah, yeah. If you want to give an update, I'm sure everybody would want to know a little bit.
You know, our update, my take on business has always been take the high road. Is that what I mean by
Yes,
taking the high
mhm,
road?
take the high road.
I always try to meet somebody halfway. It's like all of our workshops. I've always put more money into the workshops that weren't on the contract.
Right.
I've always had more men do more work than what they should have done. And every one of these. I do it because we have customers come here. I don't want to leave them and they go out here not done, or something happened in their life, or they were here, and I always take the high road. So down in Atlanta, I submitted a bill. Now, she's had some of her volunteers go on her website and give ill reviews on her website. We can't get them off.
Correct.
So I'm out about $7,000 of my own money of going down there and doing this. All I did was showed up. I come back home, I'm $7,000 in debt, and I get poor reviews on my website. So I paid $7,000 for some poor reviews. So I hope they're really good. So
They're really good.
anyway, we submitted a bill. She told me to charge. You know, see, some of the people in the review said, if it was a donated, why did the men get paid? Well, my men were always told they could get paid. Monique said, I want to pay your men. I told her I would donate my time.
And I donated my time.
Yeah, but the men wanted to be paid. She
Right.
said, that's great. So that was supposed to be part of the charge. When we got there, we didn't have food that was supposed to be there. We didn't have supper that wasn't supposed to be there. We had expenses, and we brought the house back to Tennessee.
Yeah,
Now,
and there was no materials.
do you know why we brought the house back to Tennessee, everybody? It's because I called storage places all over Atlanta. I needed an indoor storage. Tom said, Randy, we can't leave it outside because the plywood will delaminate if it gets wet.
Yeah.
We didn't even have house wrap for the house.
No one was even there.
So what happened was that Saturday night,
Friday night.
night, that Friday night, Monique's not there. There's nobody there. We're out there by ourselves in the park. There's nowhere to take the house. It was like, okay, we can't leave it here. Somebody's going to steal the house. We
Right.
had nowhere to take it.
Right.
If it wasn't for Callie, was it Callie that found her?
Callie, yes.
Callie was a volunteer, a public relations volunteer.
Right.
And she's got her own public relations company that you might want to get into. But she called and found the city official that opened up Brookhaven City.
Well, now I thought it was Mark that did that.
Was it
I
Mark?
thought Callie had found another one, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
Mark is the one who
Oh.
set this up. Yes.
Well, yeah, maybe it was Mark.
But
Mark.
Callie found a place that was farther, but Mark found one right
Okay, yeah,
up the
yeah.
road.
And they found a
Yes.
city where they put their city trucks.
Yes.
And they gave us, Mark, the combination. They gave us a combination. We opened it up and put the house in there. Nobody helped. Nobody in the organization of the nonprofit helped it.
Nobody was at the park. Nobody was
Matter
there.
of fact, we were told at 8:00 that night that materials were going to be
More
delivered that
materials.
night at the park.
Yes. And we waited.
They were going to be delivered at the park.
They were not there.
There was no lights to build from.
No.
So anyway, then the next morning, we were talking, what are we going to do? I was going to say, if I take this house to Tennessee, it's going to look like I stole it. Because there's a donator that gave $2,000 for the lumber. And I
Yeah.
got it sitting right here.
Right.
But it's inside, not getting wet.
That's right.
I didn't want to take it. I thought I'll put it in storage. They pay me, go get it.
We don't need the house.
I don't want it.
We don't want it. It's an expense
So
we didn't
then
need.
I had ended up making the decision of
Yes.
taking it home because the value of that person who donated it $2,000,
Yes.
the wood would have delaminated, it had been worthless. So we brought it home here. But now it looks like I took the home and I've got the home here. Well, we did build it, but I don't want the house. I don't want it at all. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm taking the high road. So I went back, we submitted a bill that they need to come and get the house and pay us. Well, you know what I've done now? All I want to do is say, hey, we will deliver the house. We'll take the money that you offered, right? And we'll go out and we'll shake your hands. And if the people that put the poor reviews on our website, will go and take them off our website, because we didn't do nothing wrong.
No.
It's a misunderstanding what they've been told. And we'll shake hands and we'll say best of luck to everybody.
Part ways.
You know?
Yes.
That's where I'm at. So, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's where we stand on that. That's a lot of drama. I don't hope
It
I
is.
didn't bore anybody with that, but I felt like that's the last thing I'll say anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, ever
we just want to
again.
wrap it up and be done.
But I think there might have been some questions over there. I know Mark
Yep.
and I have been talking a little bit about it, but I want the best for that organization. I want her to successfully build this house. You know, I just want to give it to them, and the way they do their business is different than what I would do mine. Okay, so I want to be polite about it and say, hey, just go on, and I'll go on. I'm good. All right, shake hands. See ya. We're good like that. Can we
Also,
move?
yeah, real quick, I just want to say Brian Davis on here cannot wait to start building. And he is going to, Marie told Sam, said, hey, Sam is your guy. Sam's on here. Marie's on here. So,
Oh man, we got
yeah,
good crap.
connect with Brian. Brian, send us an email and we will get you over to Sam and get it ready to go.
Yeah.
And this will be one of your houses here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
I'm going to introduce you to Lucas. Lucas is good. He's been on. He's got his own YouTube channel. He used to anyway.
He said, I am ready to set an appointment, Brian said.
Oh, good, good.
Sam, get with Brian.
Hey, Lucas. What's up, though? Hey, we're on Facebook tonight.
Hey,
I just
Lucas.
I just introduced everybody to you, and they all known you from before. But I was telling them how we're excited about you being on staff with us now and helping us with our off-grid and the experience that you've had traveling the country. And if people they don't know you on here, some of them, tell them a little bit about who you are and what you've done and what you're bringing to the table for us.
Well, I'm Lucas Cameron, and I have ran off-grid contracting for, what has it been, Randy, 4 years now? It's been about 4 years. I have been out of the country. I've been all over the country to almost all 50 states. Bolted down a lot of solar panels, a lot of systems, everything from tiny houses to huge off-grid properties, and I'm really glad to be home.
So.
And now Randy's moving to lithium power systems and the full-blown power input from 30 amp service to 50 amp service coming into these, going into the house, full MPPT, and just a really, really simple setup. And so that's what we're doing for them now in-house, and
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back home in Tennessee.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Lucas the very first one that ever did a video?
He sure was.
Yep, in American
Lucas,
Freedom.
How'd you find?
Or no, The Hobbit.
No, it was The Hobbit.
It was The Hobbit was the very first one in the backyard.
Yeah, my YouTube channel on Seven Trumpets Prepper on my YouTube channel. That video has got I don't know how many thousands and thousands of views, and I seen it in the paper, and I went over and visited with Randy, and that was the first time we ever met.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think the conversation of off-grid got started about around that time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, it was your idea.
yeah, I was like, Randy, you should really look into this. Like,
Yeah.
they've got whole deals, composting toilets, solar,
Yeah.
rain catchments, the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards. Which they've took the rain collection thing to a whole new level. I'm learning some stuff there. So
Yeah.
it's been an adventure.
Yeah, he introduced me. He said, Randy, you said you need to add some solar and wind power and stuff. And I said, well, I don't know, let's do it. So at American Freedom, the first one I did, and we still use the same roof line and construction and everything is what we did that first one. and he introduced it, and we put it on there, and we sold it to some folks out there in Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And we took 10 orders that weekend because of that off-grid and the whole deal on
Yeah,
it right there. So, yeah.
It just came a long way from that. From just
Long
a small,
way.
That was just a small backup power for light and a little bit of air conditioning. Now you've got 10 kW worth of lithium power, and I mean, it's the world's getting
Isn't
a lot
that
bigger.
awesome,
So
man?
yeah.
This is killer system.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, we really don't know how much power can be used in this house and how much until we use it, right? So we're going to set up this system in a house, and we're going to run the hound out of it. We're going to turn everything on, live in that, and we're going to see how far it goes and how it's going to be used. Normally, I guess you would probably do that before you sell it, but solar, it's just, you know, you've got numbers to work with. You know, you got this much energy, and if you don't use that much energy, it'll last this long. So, but anyway, that's what we're going to keep working on, and I hope everybody continues to stay interested in our company and where we're going, so we can keep growing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
This guy here inspired me to build my own tiny house, and I remember helping Randy build houses there at the start. I got really, really interested, and I finally built my little tiny house. And so, yeah, so it's funny how things come around. So,
And your house is complete?
Yeah,
Awesome.
all that's left
Good.
is the water for the propane on-demand heat on the outside. I got to do like a little tiny box for it just to shield it.
Good.
But other
And
than
what
that,
size is yours?
It's 21 feet long and it's 8 feet wide.
8 by 21. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. Awesome.
We're glad to have you, buddy.
Yeah, we
Glad
are.
to be here.
Absolutely, Lucas.
Good. All right.
Thank you.
Guys.
Awesome.
I swear, I thought Brian and John were going home.
Oh, man, they're not going home yet. Hey, we'll go over here and show. This is, the boys will be back in the morning. We've been absolutely so covered up here.
Yes.
This is the workshop. And usually we're a little bit further along on this,
Yes.
but we're not. Now, this is just a little 14-footer. You see that?
It's an 8 by 14.
Look how, isn't this cute looking thing?
That is so cute.
Yeah.
This is the smallest one other than Bryce's that's been done. Bryce's is 12.
This is 12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is,
And now, this is why I want to show this one, and I don't know if we got any more people
on real
watching.
quick, Amanda, is the American Freedom the one that also had wind power attached to the house
Yes.
too? Yeah,
Yeah.
that little system. Yes, it is D.
I
Hey,
don't know,
D.
yeah, and I don't know how many people are still watching the show, but what I wanted to say is, this lady is coming tomorrow from
Yes.
Louisiana, and she had 2 volunteers that are not going to show for her.
They backed, yes.
If there's anybody that wants to come and work, right, and help her this week, we
We
would
will-
love for you to participate.
Yeah.
You know, we would love for you to come and help her. Everybody knows that in our previous videos, that the workshops, we've always had to pitch in my guys. We are so busy.
We don't have the. yeah.
I do not have the manpower
Guys.
to put on these homes, okay, to help them out. She's still on her way. She's coming. She's by herself. So if you all would love to, you do not need any work experience. You don't need any trade experience. We will show you. So if you come on, you can stay in the bunk room. We'll take care of you,
Yeah.
and you can help her out.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the Tom down in the Atlanta build
Yeah.
had offered to come for this week, so we're still waiting to hear back from him. Not sure if he's going to get to make it or not, but he was wanting to come for the whole week
Yeah.
and stay, and that would be a great help. But she is by herself, and she's looking for volunteers.
Yeah, love to hear from you. Okay, but this is a really cool. Actually, guys are coming in tomorrow about noon. Bryce and a couple other guys.
Good.
Then we're going to sheet that thing, put the windows and stuff in it, and have it ready for her. It's already been bolted down.
Okay.
See, it's already been bolted to the frame, right? So the these mechanisms are already in place. It's
Now,
already
is
been.
this the point where you take pictures for the RVAH?
No. What
Okay.
we do, the first pictures we take are of the trailer before there's any wood on the trailer.
Oh, okay.
So we take pictures of all the welds on the trailer and how it's built and what it's built out of. Then what we do is we completely get it dried in, means all the walls, the sheeting, the windows, the doors, the roof, the wiring, and the plumbing, right, are installed, but not insulated. Then we can take pictures of all of the plumbing and the electrical and the framing and how it's all built You can see the nail sequence of how the sheeting's been sheeted. You can see the brackets and how they're in. The engineers and architects who stamp this as an RVAH, which is a certification that we have, and they can legally say, hey, we can stand behind this structure, that it's strong, and give it that stamp.
Okay.
Just a side note, Sherry that works with us, she's filling in and doing a lot of this, a lot of helping out and getting a lot of this just straightened out and getting these homes out and helping us in the business. But as soon as this is done, probably the first of the year, her job is going to be take our RVAH certification and she's going to lobby it. We want it to be known throughout the United States as something that can be used as, if you go to an RV park, we want to make sure that the RVAH is known as something that they would accept as a certification. It's going to take a lot of work, take a lot of time. I don't know how long that takes to get out there. But if I can get this out there and show our quality and our professionalism behind our stamp, and then you guys can take these homes anywhere and it'll be accepted. The biggest place we're shooting for right now, just right out of the pipe, is California. We want to build these. There's over 4 certifications in California if you want to be certified in California. You don't need them. You can still build these, take them to California, sit them in the backyard, and nobody will ever know. But if you want to get it certified, there's 4 of them, and we want to certify these. So if you can get to California, and let's say it's accepted, then it is more than likely going to be accepted in most other states because of their high standards they're putting on everything. Okay? So.
And two, just on just real quick to add, if you are wanting to volunteer, go to our website. Alyssa has a volunteer sign-up sheet. Fill out that form, and that will let us know that you're coming. So, and we'll send you an email that we received it, and we'll know that you're coming, or what days you can come, and everything like that. So, it's got the cost, everything like that. So.
Yeah.
Barbara Masters, hey Barbara, in the future, would you be able to join 2 tiny homes together to make it extra wide for seniors who cannot do stairs and would like a bedroom and everything on one level for...
No problem.
No problem, Barbara.
Love to.
Okay.
Yep. No problem. Yeah. Good. And then this is the other workshop here. This is the other workshop home over here.
Yes,
and
and
it'll be going on.
That is Christie's.
Christy Strain.
Yes.
Christy, out of Knoxville, right?
Yeah,
And she's actually coming in a couple hours to,
a couple hours early.
just a few hours because she's wanting to paint on her siding. So she'll be coming tomorrow. So that's why guys are working late. We're trying to get ready. Brian's
What
working
size
late.
is hers? I don't see a tag on it, but
I think it's 20.
20... I forgot.
I think it's 22.
I think you're right. Yeah, I believe it's 22, 8 by 22.
Yeah. See, this is 8 lugs. We've got jacks. You got 3 jacks. Remember we told you before, this is not the sole support when you go somewhere.
Right.
You don't want to use that as your sole support. It's just a guiding support. It'd be great to have, if you keep your tires on the ground,
Yes.
it'll just keep the sway out of it. It'll keep you solid, but
Okay.
not a permanent jack. Let's go check on
Now we
Teddy.
got we got feet over there. I see.
Teddy's been in here working.
I seen feet dangling over here.
We're gonna come in, buddy.
I see your feet.
Bring it. Bring it. I'll even
Oh my gosh, it looks awesome.
Bring it.
Teddy, everybody's been wanting to know where have you been?
I've been everywhere, man. Facebook, what up?
They missed you at the jam.
I missed the jam.
I
I
know.
was upset.
Everybody asked, "Where's Teddy?"
But you know the way I look at it, bigger and better things, baby.
That's right.
The next one.
That's right.
I'm doing some whitewash.
We ain't doing whitewash.
You
Look
can't
how pretty
see
it
in there.
looks.
You can't see in there that good. All that's been trimmed out already.
Oh, that looks good in there. Let me take that, buddy. Thank you, man.
Oh, you can see the dark.
Yes.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Wow, he did all that.
Beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
And the bathroom's done upstairs. Probably I might be able to spray some clear on it tomorrow night. Get it ready to
Oh yeah.
get on down the road.
Pretty.
Tiny home on the road.
Man, that was a tight space down there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Woo.
Yeah, I felt like a sardine.
Hey, Hey, real quick, Randy, we have not got to see the stairs were out. They were wrong, and
Yep.
now they're fixed.
Yep.
I took the doors off. I'm gonna stay in them dark.
Ooh.
Your storage.
With the stairs
Yes.
Nice.
Storage under here. He took the doors. Of course, there's storage under there.
Oh, so now the stairs work properly.
Perfect. Yeah, you can get up to that loft, up to this loft. This is the kitchen.
This is a beautiful.
Yeah, we didn't get to. Ooh.
Hey, you can come on up, Amanda. The doors come off. Of course, you stain in it. You're gonna do the door underneath here and all the trim and everything.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how I did the tub. Check the tub out. Oh, it's all,
This
Oh, you
may
can't-
be.
I don't know if you can see the tub.
all
in here.
trimmed out.
There's Teddy over
Maybe see
there.
right- I don't know if you can see the
you
tub,
might
the
not
shower.
see it.
He outlined the.
A little bit. I can't see much.
Yeah, we'll get a good one when we get
Yeah,
done
we'll
here.
I'll get it all decorated up.
Yeah.
Looks good. Ted.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna look beautiful when I'm done, buddy.
Look at this. I love this house.
I do too. I love this.
I
setup.
really do.
Isn't it
It's
awesome?
really different. Yeah.
I love it. I love the kitchen up there. That's
Yeah, you can
perfect.
sit. I mean, people. If you have people here,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you're
can
going to
see
be
everything.
working in your kitchen
Yeah.
and looking at, and people can still hear you, talk to you, enjoy
Awesome,
you,
awesome design. I love it.
watch TV over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
You can have a party on this loft.
I think we ought to have a party.
A potty. All the windows are going to be stained dark. You said, right,
Yes,
Ted?
sir, buddy boy.
Wee.
Buddy boy.
Randy's the man.
Buddy boy.
I love
Let me look at the kitchen real quick.
I love you too, my manager. I love everybody.
There's the stairs.
Is this not something else?
I love it.
I mean, listen, and we're not trying to make this happen. What are we doing here at what, at 9 o'clock
Saturday
at
night.
Saturday
I
night
came
working?
in at 8 o'clock and I'll probably work till 8 o'clock.
So,
Full dedication to your
listen, you know what? I have heard, I've got a former,
Sorry.
is it out?
No, it's back on. Woo!
Their house is a year out, almost waiting on their home.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, we've ever been maybe a week, if
Why-
that. And the
why
only
are
reason
we
because,
like that? Look at our homes.
it's because parts never came in. It's the only reason we're late.
Right.
And these here lately, it's been because of the solar and water. It's been
That's the
such a
only reason
big
they're sitting
deal.
here.
Yeah.
Only
We have
reason.
to get our houses out because we don't get all our money until we deliver the house, you know, and exist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we got one of the awesomest crews out there building these homes. I guarantee
Yeah.
To be, man.
Uh-uh.
We've been
Come
in
on.
this, we've been in this
Come
business.
on.
We've been in construction business years.
Oh, God, yeah. All worked together for years.
Teddy's been doing this for years. Tom, me,
Yep.
all of us. So yeah, that's a great thing.
You know,
Teddy,
what
everybody is so glad to see you
I
there.
love you, Facebook babies. Hey, you know what we're doing right now?
What are we doing?
Living the dream, baby. Yeehaw.
Hey, we gotta do a Teddy and Amanda sometime.
I haven't seen them. Where
Where have they been?
We have to locate them.
Tune in.
We give him a
See you
call.
guys.
Bye, Teddy.
Have a pleasant evening.
He's insane.
Cool.
Good deal.
Yeah. Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go talk to Brian. Brian is actually working late, so we're getting ready for the workshop. We actually just spend every ounce of every day, of every second. We don't sit and just talk and do nothing.
Right.
It's absolutely just full of just stuff we're doing to exist.
Yeah.
You know, to try to make this company. We're really not growing too fast. I think we're right on target. You always have to have a little pressure to keep pushing and things to look forward to. But I think we're at a great pace. This backlog is what got us. As soon as you're out the door, we take care of the what?
But the holdup of the houses was for a good cause for the solar and water.
Solar
I mean,
and water. That was it. That's the only thing.
that's it.
We got Sharon down there. We want to deliver her house.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
But now the inverter, we had what, 3 or 4 damage from
Yes,
the delivery
from the
service.
delivery.
So now we got to order parts for them, right, to replace. Now they're late.
Sharon
I
and
need-
somebody else's is going to be a little bit late.
Yeah, I need their money because we want their houses delivered. We don't want your house here. We want to get it on
We
the
want
road
it-
and go.
yes.
Matt wants to deliver it, so that's the only reason it's here. You got him working late, you got him working late, you got
Yeah.
Kieran over there working late. We're working late. Tom just left.
Yeah.
Bryce just left. I mean, that's the way we are. Now, we don't want to live like this forever. Of
No.
course, we can't work like this.
Right.
I've worked like this for almost 3 years now, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I do. I'm tired. I'm tired of working 7 days a week, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad we were able to get it up
Yeah.
to this point, you know?
It's took it.
It did. And I'm
Yeah.
glad I've done this, but it's time for me to back off and try to work a little bit less. Not less, but just quit at a decent hour, maybe have a day off here and there. And I'm excited. I
And
know-
working on, you know, everybody's wanting to know about this $2,500 bill. You got to get working on that. So once this gets passed, then
Yeah, I got so many things I want to do, so many
Yes.
fun things I want to do to help the company and for you guys to be a part of what we do. So you all have been a great help to us. And
Yes.
Facebook is very, very important to us. Mm-hmm. And so thank you, really.
yeah. And Travis, I was waiting for a perfect opportunity. He
I
kept
know.
saying $2,500 bill, $2,500 bill. Yes, Travis,
Yes,
it is
it is
coming
gonna
on.
be done.
And tomorrow, huge day tomorrow, with the workshop, everybody coming in and all this stuff, the 2 workshops. But I'm going to be decorating in the morning, Joe's house, and we're going to do a tour before it leaves.
And Joe's house is awesome.
It
because
is.
the bed
So different.
elevates.
It's
it goes up and down.
so
and he's
cool.
got inside, he's got all the bark inside the bedroom. Joe is an awesome guy. He was at the Jam. He's
Yes.
a photographer. He does a lot of Google photography. Travels everywhere.
Yes.
And he's just been a patient, super guy. Been waiting on the water and waiting on the solar.
I know.
And he's in North Carolina.
Yes.
Because of his weight, we're delivering that house, and we're going to deliver it for free. We're going to tell Matt, take that to his house. We're going to set him up.
That's
because
right.
because of the weight. And Joe's just a great guy. Thank you, Joe, for everything.
It is Chelsea. Chelsea said the bark inside on the walls is such a neat touch. Hey, everybody, Chelsea's leaves after Joe's.
Yeah, Joe's
Chelsea's
just
been waiting on hers.
Joe's a one day. Joe's
yeah,
there and come back. And then he's going to come back. He's taking Chelsea to New York.
Chelsea's
coming
getting her
back,
house this
taking-
week.
Taking Laffy
Yes.
to Indiana or Ohio.
Indiana, I believe.
Yep, he's taking this one out of there. Come back, and Miss Benelli.
Is she waiting on solar or water?
Yeah, and we
I
just
know.
found out today on our solar.
Yeah.
So we got to get that out there. We'll be going. We got to have a guy going to Iowa to install a solar system that was bought from a former customer.
Yeah.
That's going out, and yeah, a lot of fun, cool
Yeah.
stuff happening.
And Lori made a great point, and I love this. Thank you, Lori. Lori said these videos make you feel like we're a part of the whole process. We love you guys. And that's what Jennifer just said, too. Said, thank you all for sharing and letting us be a part of all this.
You are. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys help us. And
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
You know what? In knowing, and especially Amanda, because she, sees your all's comments and stuff. But it does encourage us.
It really does.
And like Teddy and the guys, and they're working.
Yeah.
I always take it back. It's like when when I was a little boy, you always want to say, "Mom, look at me! Mom, look at me!"
Yeah.
Right? You want praise, and that's what you guys do for the guys. And everybody knows it's recognition. Yeah, we're getting paid for what we do.
Yes.
But it's recognition. So it's really nice to hear that you guys are enjoying what we're doing and you like it.
And getting to see us grow and figure out things and new things that come from this to this for the past few years. It's like, oh my gosh, just the
It's like Luke just
changes.
said.
Yeah.
Look, 2.5 years ago, I was out in the backyard by myself building one, and we got to do that. We got to show a couple.
Yeah,
You know.
Alyssa just posted a throwback video of a news team that came out, Channel 6 News,
Oh, yeah.
local. But I have got some great pictures that I took of the Hobbit with Randy in the backyard by himself building. So we're going to try to get all this, as soon as all this gets in a little bit more stable, me and Alyssa are going to get together and we're going to share some really cool throwback pictures that you're really going to enjoy. And we'll put the year on it too, so.
Hey, we're going to have our Christmas party the 16th,
December 16th,
and
yes.
we'll do a Facebook Live and bring you guys there with us, and you'll be able to see
Yes.
the party and everybody eating and us having fun.
And can you tell the restaurant where we're going to?
Papa Dops. CJ Papa Dops. Right?
Yes.
And that's in Bybee, Tennessee, Bybee, Bybee, Tennessee. And Leah owns this restaurant. She's about that tall. She's a little
She's so
beautiful,
cute. Yes.
gorgeous Greek lady. And she's owned it since 1983.
Yes.
And she's the owner of that restaurant. It's back in the country, and it's just really cool. It's a Greek restaurant.
And I'll show the outside, like when we go on, I'll show the outside and then we'll go on the inside and show the whole party.
Yeah. And then we're wanting to have, we probably will, may have a gathering here for New Year's Eve. So, and that's just something to hang out, and it's really relaxing, no big planning, just come here and hang out and have a good time.
It's going to be nice. Hey, real quick, Dee's got a question. Randy, how wide does the bottom landing need to be between two stairs for an entry door to be placed at the bottom without the stair handrails being in the morning moving way of the door? Moving, she meant to
Well,
say.
our doors swing out, you know, so we put a swing out door so the handrail wouldn't be in the way.
Okay.
But a door is 36 inches wide, so you know, that way you make the landing 36 inches wide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
God, I didn't even understand the question.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now you can see inside here, this is a 2-foot wide staircase. So it's only 2 foot wide, but we can make them as far as we want apart. But if you go far away apart, then it means your risers may be steeper if you're trying to get to a certain height.
And he could have put a door right there instead of a window, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been really cool.
I think that would have been really neat to have
Yeah.
a door in there because it's a traffic area. So
Yes.
I always put doors in traffic areas.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All
That's
right,
awesome.
everybody.
Yeah. And
Say
we will.
goodnight, Teddy.
Good night, baby.
Bye, Teddy. Bye, Lucas.
Business before pleasure, man.
All right,
Saturday
everybody.
night working.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.